Are you serious? Are you serious? Sunday Night Live. We've had a delay on the trip, but we're leaving in the morning, so we will be here for the 3 hours of Sunday Night Live right here in Indiana. And we'll give you a schedule for the rest of the week. Don't miss it tonight, Sunday Night Live from 7 to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. What? We're going to be talking about some powerful things. Get a cup of coffee. We're going to be talking about several things tonight. It's very important. Jerusalem, Jerusalem, Jerusalem. The center of all controversy, and also the capital, the city of the great king. I will be going there. Looks like probably April. We'll give you full details on that in a little bit. The Vatican, though, has stepped up. That's right. The Vatican has hailed the United Nations with its recognition of a Palestinian state. What? On Thursday, and they called for an international guaranteed special status for Jerusalem, something bound to irritate Israel. The 193 nations of the United Nations General Assembly overwhelmingly approved the resolution to upgrade the Palestinian Authority, its observer status at the United Nations, from entity to non-member state. That's the same status as the Vatican is. They're in Rome. Now, the Holy See welcomes with favor the decision of the General Assembly by which Palestine has become a non-member observer state of the United Nations. This is from the Vatican standpoint, and I know that there are millions of born-again Catholics who love the Lord and will continue to love the Lord. But from the position of the Vatican, this is a fatal decision. They really need to reverse this. They really need to think this one over again. Now, as it relates to many other Protestant denominations, there are many Baptists who also do not see Israel as a state and have anti-Semitic feelings and teachings even within their congregations. Also other Protestants, but not all. The majority of Christians, both Protestant and Catholics, recognize that Israel is the promised land given to God, by God to Abraham, promised to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob through the delivering hand of Moses and the conquering power on Joshua. Also, it's where the great kings have reigned, including David, and soon Jerusalem, the city of the king, the city of the great king, will host the capital of the millennial reign. We're going to talk about these things tonight on our show. Don't miss it. Tonight, Sunday Night Live from 7 to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We do have to discuss the Vatican. Why are they doing this? Also, President Abbas of the Palestinian, he is celebrating with a victory speech in which he calls Jerusalem the eternal capital of Palestine. So that's why it's not good. And I want to thank Stephen of Oklahoma for getting this to me. That's why it's not good the Vatican is siding with the Palestinians. I want to thank Joe Cornelius for getting that information to me. Also, Jonathan Stadola did a great job getting me all the names of the 138 nations that voted for Palestine to become a state, and only 9 nations that voted against it. There were 41 others that didn't do either one. You'll be surprised who stood with Israel. You'll be surprised what few people actually stood with Israel. We're going to talk about that tonight. Good work, good research, Jonathan Stadola. And Europe is now threatening to withdraw all their support for Israel over the settlements in the East Jerusalem. See, they took a bite at Jerusalem on this vote. They didn't just say Gaza Strip and the West Bank, but they threw in East Jerusalem. East Jerusalem's been under the control of the Israeli government since the 6-Day War. in 1967. They're trying to force Israel to go back to the pre-1967 borders, which are they're indefensible. And you've heard Benjamin Netanyahu say that. But President Barack Obama said that was where we need to go. Well, he since then backed off that, and even the United States and the Obama administration voted to stand with Israel in this last vote. So that's a good thing. So maybe prayer's working. The problem is, though, President Obama has volunteered to negotiate the peace agreement. What could be the 7-year peace agreement when the covenant is confirmed. If that's the case, we're living in the very last moments of time. And speaking end of time, the Mayan calendar, December 21st, 2012, supposedly the end date by the Mayans, also my birthday. NASA is now warning that the Mayan apocalypse stories pose a threat to frightened children and suicidal teenagers. What? You know what, NASA? Can I say something to you? Stick to watching the stars. Keep an eye on the asteroids and comets. And let us, those of us that are called by God to deal with the spiritual needs and the mental capacity and the spirit of darkness that's rising in the lies of the coming apocalypse. It's nothing to do with the Mayan calendar. Nothing to do with the winter solstice. It has nothing to do with Bible prophecy. But we will tell you tonight what does. The water turning blood red in Australia. The water turning blood red in Texas. The water running blood red in Memphis, Tennessee. The water running blood red in Beirut, Lebanon for 3 days and nights in the river of Beirut River. The water raining red in India. The waters turning blood red in France. The sea of Azov turning red along the coast of Russia and Ukraine. It rained blood red rain in Sri Lanka. The river running blood red in China and Yangtze. Are you serious? Dead birds, dead fish, dead cows. The Hosea prophecy. 11 feet of snow that fell in Iceland on Rosh Hashanah, burying 13,000 lambs alive. The silence of the lambs. What? An upcoming comet called the 2012 S1 that's going to be brighter than the moon. It's going to be the brightest star in the human history. Coming next year. Brighter than the Star of Bethlehem. The last time we had a star this bright, a baby was born in a barn in Bethlehem. What is this star telling us? Is there a king coming? We're going to talk about and zombie apocalypse. My book on zombie apocalypse coming along real well. You want to go ahead and get your pre-order in right now. Make your donation. We'll be ready to ship it late December. What? It's time to get in. It's time to get saved. Time is running out. This is going to be Sunday night live. Don't miss it. 3 hours of power right here at paulbegleyprophecy.com. That's www.paulbegleyprophecy.com. We're going on the road this week. We're going to be in Washington, D.C. We're going to see what kind of footage we can get here on YouTube. But anyway, we'll talk about all these things tonight. paulbegleyprophecy.com. That's www.paulbegleyprophecy.com. Also live stream and blog TV and blog talk radio. 7 to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll see you guys tonight.